the future. It's coming faster than any of us are probably really prepared for. We read management books by the dozen, don't we? We're looking for that needle in a haystack, that one silver bullet that's going to solve all of our problems in our organization. And sometimes we get it right and we ride a wave, and then we don't see a change come and we get hit by a killer wave. So then we reduce our layers of management and we get aligned and we talk about seamless integration, but do we ever really change until our iceberg starts melting? We often really need to have a burning platform, and too often that burning platform is negative. So when we think about innovation, what if everything we think we know about innovation is actually wrong? Innovation comes from people who are creative. If you're not Steve Jobs, you just really can't be an innovator. Well, that's not true. Innovation is more likely to come from a disciplined process that includes more than one creative person. Innovation is all about creating a hot new product. In reality, new products are very quickly copied and rarely produce the kind of return that's projected. And here's a couple more statistics. The volume of activity is all around product innovation. Look at that. This is a 10-year study by the Doblin Group. But the return, less than 2% of projects. So only a couple of them actually really create all of the return. So innovation has to be really radical to create real change. So we need something groundbreaking. It has to be something really big. Something small and incremental just isn't worth it. But in fact, what we might call minor innovations or innovations in business process are ones that have lasting, significant impacts. Innovation is expensive. Lots and lots of resources, research departments, et cetera, et cetera. Well, in reality, scarcity of resources is more closely correlated with high levels of innovation. You just have to get creative. You just have to get it done. So what kinds of skills should we look for in our organization today and as we look at our talent strategy? Associating, the ability to associate, questioning, observing, networking, finding out information from anybody, anywhere in other industries, and experimenting. And what kinds of innovators are there? Well, there's non-innovators, and that doesn't make them stupid or whatever, right? We need innovators and we need people that can actually execute. So there's people like me who are startup entrepreneurs. Some of my favorite people, and where I think HR has a tremendous opportunity, is in corporate entrepreneurs. And I call them intra-preneurs. In fact, about 20 years ago, Gifford Pinchot wrote a book called Intra-preneuring. And it still is one of those classic books that I'd urge you to pick up. There's product innovators and there's process innovators. And the product innovators get all the big headlines. It's not usually the process innovators that do, but process innovation, business model innovation, those are the kinds of innovations that most impact our everyday life, in work and in the products and services that we use as consumers ourselves. So I'm an entrepreneur. We have many entrepreneurs in your own way in this audience today. So I'd like to tell you a little story about $50. What does $50 get you? This actually was an experiment where 4 high school students were given $50 as an experiment. Lena opened up a savings account with her $50. Sarah took her friends to see a movie. Maurice invested $50 in mutual funds. Tanya bought a dozen ties and scarves and launched a business. What was each student's return on this investment? Well, it was about $1 of interest on the savings account. The people that went to the movie had a lot of fun. Maurice earned $4 from his mutual fund investment. Tanya sold enough ties and scarves that she made $148. And then what she did is reinvest $72 to buy more. This is entrepreneurship on a mini scale, but it's how it works. It's how it works if you start your own business, if you're a solo CEO, a solo entrepreneur, if you are a corporate intrapreneur. So what happened with Tanya is that she got a scholarship to go to Babson College in the US, which is one of the top couple of schools for entrepreneurship, a $200,000 scholarship. Because something sparked with her in this $50 experiment. There was a fundamental shift in her brain. The door to possibilities opened up for her, and it changed her life forever. So what about you? How can you, in your daily work, think about being entrepreneurial? How can you think about innovation in different ways than you've thought before? How can you think differently? How can you act a little differently? How can you engage others in this effort so that you all can really make a difference?